He started the Waterfront Film Festival and brought a little bit of Hollywood to West Michigan, but now Hopwood Dupree has hopped the pond in search of his family history and the Hopwood Hall Estate. Thanks so much for stopping by while you're in town. My gosh, it's great to catch up with you. You have really been busy for the last couple of years. You've moved to England. Yep. You found your old family ancestral estate.
Right.
600 years old?
600 years old, and the grounds actually go back even further than that. So we're continuing to do more research and have all these amazing discoveries. So it's been an incredible journey.
How did it start?
Well, you know, growing up with the name Hopwood, I never knew too much about where it came from.
It's unusual, I'm going to admit.
Yeah. And but my grandfather was named it as well, and he always talked about a Hopwood Castle in England. And I guess I just sort of always thought it was a fairy tale. I never really thought it was a real place. And then one night I was in LA and I was researching my ancestry online, which sort of fascinated me anyway, and I came across Hopwood Hall. And I was just blown away to see that it's actually a real place. And so I sent an email, I got emails back from them, and they said, "When are you coming to England?" And so I went over there, and it completely changed my life. Now I'm living over there, and that's become the focus of my life.
It has been, because it needs a lot of renovation, right?
Huge amount.
It was a beautiful estate, you know, back in the 12th century and forward, but then it did fall into a little bit of...
Only about 30 years ago, really. So it's the damage is recent. So
Which
when you look at the whole scale of the thing, that you know, you're like, well, we just have to make up for the last 30 years. But mostly it was caused by vandals breaking in and stealing stuff and stealing lead off the roof, which holds these huge slate tiles. And so it rains a lot in Manchester, and the water started to get in, and that's what caused most of the damage.
What were some of the interesting things that you found?
Oh my gosh, well, we found a secret room recently.
I saw that episode.
And so that was mind-blowing. And inside the secret room was a secret chest. And inside the secret chest was, you know, so it's been one discovery after another like that. But I found, you know, in the wall, there's initials that were carved in from 1689 when someone got married. There's just so many different things that, you know, I could go on and on. There's areas we found that look like a priest hole. There's secret staircases, I'm told, in certain areas. We've been told there's tunnels that go under the house. So a lot of that still has to be discovered.
The priest hole dates back to Henry VIII, right?
Yeah. So when priests had to actually hide when they were going to be murdered. Executed. So and because it's such a big property and there's walls that are really thick, you know, we feel like that there's going to be a lot more to discover as we go.
And what I love about it, you know, I'm a history buff. You post these vlogs. And so people can actually watch the whole process. They can watch everything that you've discovered, and it's fascinating. It really is, to be able to see that all, you know, unfold. What is your end game for this?
Well, it's really close to Manchester, and there's a huge art and culture scene going on there. And so I'd love to do something that taps into that and make it kind of like a venue where people can come and visit. We've already had people contacting us about, can we hold our wedding there? Or can we come and do tours? So I'd love to do that, but also have screenings, like film screenings, like Waterfront Film Festival, but also concerts and live theater and, you know, all sorts of things. It's a really unique space. There's indoor-outdoor spaces. There's a theater and a stage that's in there. You know, there's all sorts of different areas. And then it'll be about 25 bedrooms when it's said and done. And so we'll be able to have, you know, 50 or 60 people stay there as well. Are
you planning to live there as well when it's all said and done?
Yeah, I would love to, yeah. And I think that's what a lot of these old historic houses in England do, is they keep some connection to the family, which is important, I think, to keep them going, because otherwise they fall into disrepair, as we've seen. When
you were going through and looking for things, did you see any resemblance to yourself in your ancestors? You know, it kind of blew my mind, because there's an old stained glass window, and it's really old, obviously before photography or maybe even portraits. And one of the people in the stained glass window looks like me. I was like, it's very crude, but I was like, you know, if somebody made a stained glass window of me, it definitely could be me. Yeah. Oh my goch, it's fascinating. I'm so happy that you're doing this. If you would like to follow along on Hopwood's journey, of course, I've got a way for you to do that on 13onyourside.com. We'll be right back.